What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's going on with the economic calendar moving forward. And important headlines coming out about how Tesla has a lot of potential for upside, at least going into the longer term. But before I break things down, most information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you guarantee 20 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon in just about a week. Anyways, for Tesla, as of right now, we're kind of dipping a bit as we predicted earlier. The question is, will we get a bounce later? I still think it's very possible for us to get that bounce as we get closer to the shareholder vote, but we're not really there yet. And as of right now, Tesla's just range bound, kind of boring for the time being. We're just waiting to see if we get a big break later on. So I'm going to talk more about the charts in just a few minutes. I first want to talk about some other factors. So as you guys know, today is Monday, June 10th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the 3-month and 6-month bill auctions coming out. This is going to be very important for what we end up seeing, at least for the market. So expect some volatility once this data comes out. And besides that, the rest of the data is going to be very minor until Wednesday when we have CPI and the FOMC meeting. Now, for some news that came out, Bernstein has come out and they're warning that Elon Musk's $56 billion pay package faces a tough shareholder vote. Many analysts over there are saying that they have doubts it's going to be approved, and they're saying that this could even be a little negative for the share price. So they have a very, very different view relative to what I've seen from before, if anything. And what their analysts are also saying is that there's basically a very, very unlikely chance it may even pass. And they're basically are saying that it's a little bit unnecessary in their personal opinion. I actually disagree with a lot of the claims I heard from these analysts because you have to consider that Musk was working for free for a very, very long time. He wasn't really getting paid a salary or anything like that. He was getting paid through shares and also these pay packages. And the pay package had a lot of terms that Elon Musk has abided by. He has actually helped Tesla's valuation increase like crazy. So he does deserve credit for that at the very least. And now for other factors, I just want to call out that for from bar chart, we're actually seeing these headlines coming out. This is on the Nasdaq's website. They're asking a question: is will Tesla stock go up, and can Tesla become a $1 trillion company again? That's going to be a $320 price target. Well, my answer to that is, as of right now, we're not even close to that because Tesla's seen quite a bit of downside amidst all the hardships that they've been going through with these higher interest rates and such. Now, with the pay package being announced for Elon Musk, we'll see how this ends up affecting the share price. But for the more medium term, it's going to take time for Tesla to get back into that area. But I personally believe that Tesla has the potential to get up there again, and I believe that it's very likely we will, continue to break all-time highs. But it's going to take some time for us to get to the next growth phase because a lot's going on right now in the economy and lots going on around the world. We all know that Tesla's sales are not the strongest for Q1, and approaching this, Tesla's been pricing in a lot of things which are not the best. So that's part of why Tesla's down quite a bit. If we actually pull up the weekly time frame on Tesla, this has actually been downtrending for quite some time, and I think that's the reason why I've been anticipating some kind of bounce to be coming soon because looking at the weekly, we've been on a big downtrend on Tesla overall. This has been going on since 2021, actually, the very end of 2021 as we approach 2022. Tesla's been downtrending. We came all the way down to the 100 area. I remember that before we saw this nice little rally, only to continue lower. So it's been on this big downtrend. We're waiting to see if Tesla finally gets a break out of this. And it's going to take a while for us to get there amidst all the hardships Tesla's going through. But I am very optimistic with the robotaxi event that's coming up and other factors that will help Tesla run all over again. So for the shorter term, I do want to call out that there could be a run coming for Tesla very soon after the shareholder vote and even approaching it because as we're getting very close to the big event, we have a very, very nice looking inverse head and shoulders that's forming. And so far, it's holding up very well. We're actually range bound, at least for the time being. So our critical supports in the 173 to 174 area. We have resistance around this 180 zone. We're still stuck on Tesla, kind of trading sideways. And our 50 EMA happens to be around 176.6. That's acting as resistance right now. So I think there's a good chance we're going to be, right around there, just holding this area and continue to trade sideways, at least for the time being. I find that to be very, very probable. And that's why I think it's going to likely continue, at least as Tesla progresses. So that's what I'm seeing, at least for the share price for Tesla. Let me just go over a few more just to make this video more comprehensive. As far as SPY goes, we did end up dipping all the way down to about the 531 area, but as of right now, we're trying to hold our 20 EMA. We haven't really lost critical support around 532.5. So as of right now, the share price is holding up. If we continue to push, we'll be looking for a move back up towards We're currently testing 534. Break that. I'll be looking at a potential push to the 535 area. Our support is currently around. We're testing 534, but we could be dipping all the way back down towards 532.5. That's our critical support. Losing that would open the doors for more downside. And it's possible we do see a move back down later on. If we get a rejection off the 535 area, but we're not really doing that yet. And as of right now, we are trying to hold up. So I think that for now, SPY is going to likely rebound a bit, hold up for the time being. But there is still a risk of it coming down lower looking at the 4 hour if we end up losing 532.5. So we're going to be watching to see if we end up losing that later on. As of right now, SPY is pumping, holding up decently. And we'll just have to see what the reaction is thus far. For Nvidia, after the stock split, we actually got a dip all the way down to the 116s. I did call this out, but we got bought back up. So, I also said that that could happen in my earlier video from last week. And if we get some kind of dip on Nvidia, we could just see buyers continue to defend as Nvidia is on an uptrend. But we were expecting that as we had that gap to fill. So Nvidia so far is holding up very well. And it looks to me like after getting a nice liquidity grab, it's going to continue to push. So I'll be watching resistance around the 122 area. If we break through that, there's more upside potential for 125. Overall, it's holding up well, so it's a pretty good sign, at least for Nvidia. With Nvidia pumping, this is also helping the QQQ pump. The QQQ is now approaching a price target of about the 464 area. So it's holding up very well. We did get a little dip on the QQQ only to get bought back up. So Nvidia is helping this push up. I wouldn't be surprised if we make our way up towards about 464 and break that, and then 465 is our next target. If we end up losing support at 462, I'll be looking at 460.68 next, but overall we are looking bullish on the QQQ and we're holding up relatively well. For Apple kind of got a little dip right here, and we're looking at support currently around this 195 area. Holding this opens the doors for a bounce and a push all the way up to these higher levels. If we lose 195, I'll be looking for a dip down to 193.5. If we hold this, look for a rebound towards 196.5. So we'll just have to see how things end up going from here. For Coinbase, we're actually holding. We bounced off our 50 EMA. We didn't lose 230, and if we lost it, I would turn more bearish. We held support, so there's potential for it to rebound to about 250. Amazon's continuing to push. I'll be looking for that 188 test. So far, so good. And Meta is also pushing and holding up very, very well. So we could be looking for 500 very soon. So far, the trends are holding up. GameStop is showing some weakness though, as we're below 128. If we continue to fail to hold that, 123 is next. Same thing with AMC. We're looking a little bit more bearish. If we fail to get above 4.87, we'll be dipping down to the lower fours. All right, guys, thank you all for listening. I wanted to kind of conclude the video from here. I'll see you guys in a few hours, and just know that Tesla has potential to run for the long term. I think the 1 trillion market cap is still very probable once they announce the robotaxi and such, but it's going to take many, many months, if not another year, to get all the way up there. But for the short term, Tesla's just continuing to range trade and remain in this bound. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for Tesla. We'll give it some time as it's consolidating. I do think we could get a short term bounce depending on the shareholder vote, but that's what I'm seeing for the share price for now. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day. A big move is coming very soon, and we'll see how things go. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Peace out.